If you need a sign to start waking up early, let it be this. I started with just one day, and yes, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, it is super hard, but boy is it worth it. It's worth it because you don't have any distractions. It's worth it because you just get to focus on you and God alone. It's worth it because you get to start your day with God. And honestly, I had a season where I was really on fire about waking up early for the Lord. I was doing it very consistently, and I definitely saw a lot of fruit in my life during that season. But recently, it's just been something that I've been slacking off on. I wake up early for work, but not necessarily to be alone with God. That's something that I typically do after I get back from work. And honestly, I don't think that it matters of when you meet with the Lord, because we really don't need an appointment. But gosh, there is just something about waking up early before the sun comes up and being like, God, you are going to be the first person that I go to today. And I definitely see a change in my attitude and my heart posture whenever I go about my days like this. I mentioned this in a previous video, but you do not have to go all crazy and start waking up early every single day for the rest of your life. Literally just start with one day. I promise you the first 3 days are gonna suck and they're gonna be hard, but once you do something, I feel like for even at least a week, it's gonna become something that gets a lot easier. It becomes ingrained into your daily routine, and you're gonna become a lot more used to it. So just start in small chunks and see if that's something for you, because if we do want to think about, placing our first fruits before the Lord, then there's gotta be something that we sacrifice, even if it's sleep, and God is going to guide us and help us through that. It's not something that we have to do out of our own strength. It's something that we can really pray through and just talk to God about, even if it's something, not all of us are morning people. Some of us are night people. Some of us are going to be those people on the night watch that just stay up super late, and that's their time to meet with the Lord. We really have to figure out whatever works best for you. That's a common, little motto on my channel, but it doesn't matter what time you meet with the Lord. Again, I just want you guys to know that prioritizing the Lord, making him first place in our hearts again, that comes through some of the ways of obedience that we try to draw in closer to him, because God is calling us deeper still. God is wanting a relationship with us. And so in order to develop a relationship with God, we have to spend time with him. And that's kind of hard to do throughout the crazy parts of our day when we're surrounded with so many people, even if it's good things, even if it's, things that aren't going to necessarily harm us. We are just pulled in so many different directions throughout the day. It could be a phone call, it could be a meeting, and when you wake up early in the morning, you're probably just not going to have all of those distractions and those things to take you away from the Lord. And I can just honestly say that it is nice knowing that you are up before everyone, not in a prideful sort of way, but just knowing that you can do your quiet time and probably nobody's going to text you, nobody's going to be calling you up, and you just don't have that excuse to always be checking your phone, because if you check your phone, you're probably not going to see anything on the other end. Okay, and look, y'all, in the moment when we make little sacrifices like this, it is not going to seem worth it. It's just going to seem like a little thing that we've added into our routine, but truthfully, it's going to take looking back in hindsight and seeing how you were in a specific season, because fruit isn't just something that happens in the spur of a moment. It's something that has to be examined over the course of many seasons. I mean, just think about getting to know a person. You are not going to get to see a person in all of their different emotions unless you're around them for various seasons of your life. And I feel like fruit and bearing that is kind of the same thing. And so even though this seems super simple, even though it just seems like a little thing that you're doing in your routine, trust me, over time, it will make a difference. My last little enticement to encourage you guys to maybe start thinking about waking up earlier or even just staying up later at night is just the fact that if you're like me and you have a tendency to rush your quiet time and you need a reason to be still and to just really focus and not feel like your quiet time is being rushed, then this is a perfect opportunity and a perfect chance for you to do so. Because take for example, if I wake up an hour before work and I only have time to get ready for work, I'm not going to feel as drawn to wanting to do my quiet time because I know that I'm not just going to have the time to be able to sit there and actually hear from the Lord. It's going to be rushed, and so I'll typically wait to do it after when I know that's not going to be the case. And there's not anything wrong with that per se, but if you just take the little extra hour or two to sit there and have a nice quiet time, then I can definitely say that you are going to experience something. And when you just sit there and you don't get up until you know that you have come out of it learning something about God and that you know more about Him, it does make all the difference, and it is just life-changing for sure. With all of that being said, I am never here to tell you guys what to do. I'm simply here to share my experiences through the things that I've learned, in addition to the things that I'm currently learning, in such a way that edifies you all and pushes you guys closer to the Lord. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and again, just start simple if this is something that is on your heart. Don't overcomplicate it. Do not check off any boxes, but make sure that it's something that you simply want to do out of the joy of your heart. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.